never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations, oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better.
Hey you guys, it's Dana. Welcome back to Decorate with Dana. Today's video we are doing a HomeGoods. Okay, I'm gonna say HomeGoods, but I went to HomeGoods, 2 TJ Maxx's, and a Marshall's to kind of just see if they had anything different or new out for summer, just to give you guys some ideas of what is in the store. And then we'll come back here, I'll run the clips and just kind of give you some ideas. I mean, they had some really beautiful things that I absolutely loved, but I did not need. So I have said it in some past recent videos, I'm more about buying things that I can use all the time, that I foresee me using all year, season after season. Occasionally, of course, I'll get some things that are season specific, but for the most part, I'm really being intentional about what I'm picking out and buying these days. So I've been buying so much less. And so when I say we're gonna meet back here for a haul, it is the tiniest haul ever, and that is one thing that I picked up. The one thing I did pick up, I absolutely loved. I think it's beautiful. I'm so happy that I found it. It can be used in multiple areas around my home, but that is the only thing I picked up. So I'm gonna run the clips of what I saw. There was a couple things that really stood out to me, so I'll make sure I do a voiceover and pick out what those were. I didn't go through everything in the store. A lot of the pots and seasonal items were the same that they were when I did one of these probably a month and a half ago. So I didn't really go through all of them. I just kind of showed some things that I really loved that I would pick up if I was still looking for things and that could be used most of the year. I just wasn't in the need. I wasn't needing them at this time, so I didn't get them, but they are things that I actually really love. Otherwise though, I wasn't super impressed with what any of them had out. I wasn't wowed by too much that was there, especially not at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I didn't really find much of anything there that I liked. HomeGoods had a few things that I thought were really beautiful, but otherwise nothing that really stood out that much. But I'm gonna run it anyways in case you are looking for something specific. Then hopefully this will give you some ideas of what is in the store right now. Like I said, then we're gonna meet back here. I'm gonna share my huge haul of one thing, and then I do have one DIY that I saw on Instagram. I haven't really seen it anywhere else, and I thought that we would try that together in this video because why not? So anyways, I will meet you back here and I'll share with you what I ended up picking up at HomeGoods. Walking up to HomeGoods, the first thing I spotted was this beautiful 5-piece outdoor set by Tommy Hilfiger. I thought it was beautiful and the detailing on the cushions were amazing. I'm not sure if it was worth $1,000, but I did think it was really beautiful. They have a huge selection of pots and planters. I thought this one was really unique, beautiful for inside or outside with the rattan detailing. Just something really beautiful to elevate your pots. They had a lot of dried florals and faux florals. This wreath was really pretty, but I absolutely loved this dried floral wreath. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. You can usually always find a big selection of cutting boards and risers from wood to marble. They had a big selection. It was just kind of messy, so you really had to weed through it.
And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back.
I'm all about printed pillows. I think this one is so pretty. It looks so vintage. It had a great insert. It was $40, but the cover did zip off, so then you're also left with a really great insert. And of course, it passed
the chopping test. I also really liked this one. I thought this was really beautiful. Again, prints and patterns and mixing and matching are really beautiful and add a statement to your sofa. So I thought this one was also pretty. It didn't have quite the insert like the other one, but it was nice. Never skip on the clearance section at HomeGoods. It can be an absolute disaster, at least mine can, but they had so many outdoor plates and plastic cups and melamine dishes and stuff that were already on clearance, so it's a great time to buy it considering summer hasn't even officially started yet. Also, just keep in mind you can DIY like these candlesticks. If you don't like that color gold, you could get some inexpensive rub and buff and change the coloring. So don't skip on the clearance section. You just need to have time to weed through it because stuff is just kind of shoved in there. At least at my store it was. They had a large selection of clearance pictures and artwork. I thought that this one was so beautiful for $119. It was very large and I just like the colors of it. I didn't need it. I'm not in the market for any artwork at this point, but I did think that that was so beautiful. The section with all of the pottery pieces and marble trays and books and everything is always my favorite. I thought the texture on this vase was so pretty and just very unique. And then they had this really large two-handled pot that I thought was absolutely beautiful. I think this may have been my favorite find of the day. It was $49.99, extremely heavy. I love the distressing and the look of it. So here is a nice dupe for the Joshua pot from Pottery Barn. Now, interesting enough, they had it here at HomeGoods for $49.99, and then you'll see later in the video, I go to TJ Maxx and I find almost the exact same one for $29.99. Okay, you guys, this is probably... Okay, when I say that my favorite, this is my absolute favorite that I found today. It is this large marble dough bowl, but it was $199 and I wasn't in the market to spend that today, but I think it makes such a statement and it is so beautiful. Coming over to TJ Maxx, they had a lot of outdoor furniture also, but I did love this wood and marble side table. I like that it can kind of slip under the sofa and hang over your sofa, or it can sit nicely next to it. They had some other side tables that were really nice and different furniture pieces to choose from. I loved these olive stems. And what I like the most about them is that they are so long and they're only $14.99, but I never find them with such a long stem like that in case you have a very large pot that you want to display them in. Here's that other Joshua vase dupe, and this one is only $29.99, and I like it a little better because it's a little bit more distressed.
Okay, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed those clips. Some things that stand out to me as I was walking up to HomeGoods, I think that that table and chairs was stunning. I just do not need it. I thought it was a little pricey, but the quality seemed amazing, so it probably was pretty good. It's just, it seemed a little pricey than what I would want to pay, especially for an outdoor item that we don't have any covered area in our outdoor space, so it would have to withstand the elements. So I'm just not, you know, things get ruined a lot quicker when they are out in the elements, so probably I would not purchase it. But if I had a covered area or an awning or a pergola or something that I could put it under, or a screened-in porch, I think it would be beautiful, and I probably would invest in that piece or those pieces, but I didn't need them. Another thing that really stood out to me was that solid marble dough bowl. It was beautiful, but it was $199, and I don't need it. It is a statement piece that is classic. Marble just is always classic and always beautiful, but I just couldn't justify spending $199 on this one piece of decor, although it is beautiful. But anyways, that was another thing that really stood out. But otherwise, I gave you some ideas of some other things that I saw that I did like, but I'm gonna share with you just the one thing I got that I am super happy about, and I really love it. Okay, you guys, I picked up this pretty gigantic jug. I think this is perfect. I really do. I love the shape of this. I love that it looks like it has some distressing and age to it. It even has like a little chip out of the top right up here by the edge, which I think just adds so much character and beauty to this. It's huge. I mean, look at this, you know, next to my head. It's quite heavy, and I just think it's a statement piece. It makes a statement alone. You could put a stem or two coming out of this. I probably wouldn't, but you could, and maybe I will try that at some point. Jeez, this thing's heavy. It was $49.99, which I think is a really good price for this piece that can stay out all year. I can decorate it around every season, and I just think that this is beautiful. So that is the one thing that I picked out at HomeGoods. So now we're gonna go on to that DIY that I was talking about. I had to run to Michael's to get a kind of a shadow box for this DIY. This is similar to the one I saw on Instagram. It's not exact, but it's similar, and I'm just gonna try it. So I have this linen printer paper that you can put in your printer to print out, or not linen, I'm sorry, canvas printer paper that you put in your printer, and you can, I have a bunch of Etsy download prints that I've already purchased that I'm going to find a really pretty landscape art and print it out on this canvas printer paper, and then I'm going to use these frames. So I picked these up at Michael's. They were buy one, get one free, so I could make two different ones, or we'll see how the one comes out, what I'll end up doing with the other one. But I love that this is like the dark wood. It was $24.99, buy one, get one free. So $12.50 for each shadow box frame is not a bad deal at all. I already have the paper, I already have the download. So we're going to print it out, and then we're gonna kind of fringe the edges so it looks aged and vintage like, or antique, and put it in the shadow box, and that's it. So it'll be really easy, I think, and I just want to see how I can get it to come out. So we are going to work on that.
For this DIY, I have this print that I had downloaded from Etsy a while ago that I had printed out in a larger size. So if you've downloaded from Etsy, you can print them out in all different sizes. So I'm going to print this out as a 4x6 to see how that will look in our shadow box frame, and then we will go from there. I have this canvas print paper that goes in my inkjet printer,
And so then it kind of gives it like a true art piece kind of look. So I'm going to size this down to a 4x6 and then print it on that paper. Okay, this turned out perfect. If you could see, it kind of gives it like I said, a true art piece, kind of aged appearance. I love this paper. So now I'm going to just cut it out, and then just gonna take a little while, but cut little slits all along the edges to fray the edges a little bit. Okay, you guys, here is how this DIY turned out. I think it is so beautiful. Sorry, the windows are putting a major reflection on it, but it is so, so beautiful. I love the way it turned out. I will have everything, the shadow box, the printer paper, and even the Etsy download I used linked down in the description box, but you don't have to use this download. There are tons on Etsy, and you can download them for just a few dollars, and then you can use them over and over again. I mean, I've printed this photo out in bigger photos, or in bigger sizes and everything, but I love this kind of canvas photo paper because it just gives it that real art feel, and then fraying the edges just gives it a little bit more of a vintage antique feel. So I think that this turned out adorable. Okay, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you saw anything at the stores that you would want to pick up. Tell me that that dough bowl was not absolutely stunning. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like these Shop With Me videos and you have some kind of a store request, please let me know. I think I am going to try to do at home because I haven't been there in a while. And then I do have a haul coming up. I mean, I have collected some things, and it's a very curated, collected haul that I have gotten over the past month or so that I've just been kind of saving. So that's gonna be coming up soon also. So yeah, if you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and follow me over on Instagram at Decorate with Dana. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Have a great day.